Okay, so today we're going to talk about this really cool business model that's, well, it's pretty much hiding in plain sight. It's a way to make money not by, building some new product, but by using something you already have, your network, and just your good taste. Let's break it down. You know who I'm talking about, right? Like, you mention you need a plumber or a wedding photographer, anything really, and boom, they immediately go, oh, I know the perfect person for you. And, we usually just think, wow, they're so connected. But what if that's not just a social skill? What if it's actually a business? Well, that's exactly what a connector is. It's a really simple but powerful idea. Say, instead of doing the actual service yourself, your whole value is in making that perfect introduction. You're basically the matchmaker, the trusted bridge between someone who needs something and the person who can provide it. And this idea, it's not exactly new. We see it all the time in huge industries. A real estate broker connects buyers and sellers. A recruiter connects companies with employees. A talent agent connects artists with gigs. But here's the cool part. You can take that exact same model and apply it on a much smaller scale in pretty much any field you can think of. All right, so let's get to the big question. How do you actually get paid? You might be surprised at how simple it is. No complex invoices or crazy payment systems needed. The whole business, the entire financial engine, it runs on one simple thing, a referral fee. So when you make a great intro and it leads to a sale or a contract, that business you refer just pays you a small commission. It's basically a thank you for bringing them a great vetted customer. It's a total win-win-win. And look, we're not talking about life-changing money right off the bat. It might be $50 here, $100 there. But think about it. What if you made just a couple of those trusted connections every week? For people who really get this down, it can add up to a really nice side income, all without the headaches of a real job. And you see this play out so naturally in the real world. Think about it. A hairdresser is already a super trusted advisor for a bride. So referring a photographer they know is amazing? That's just a natural extension of that trust. Same goes for a personal trainer. Their clients are already all in on health, so connecting them with a meal prep service is a no-brainer. And that right there, that gets to the absolute core of the value you're providing. I mean, let's be real. We are all drowning in options. You Google photographer and you get a million results. It's overwhelming. A connector? You cut right through all of that noise. The fee isn't just for an email intro. It's for the trust. It's for the curation. Okay, so maybe you're thinking, all right, this sounds interesting. How do I actually get started? Well, the blueprint is surprisingly simple. It really just comes down to 3 steps. Step 1, find your niche. And this has to be something you genuinely enjoy, because that's where your real, authentic knowledge is going to come from. Second, build your list. This doesn't need to be some fancy spreadsheet. It can literally be a note on your phone with the best people and services you know and trust. And third, make the match. Just start listening for those moments when someone says, I wish I knew someone who, and then connect the dots. And seriously, your niche can be anything. Are you that friend everyone goes to for wedding planning advice? Boom, that's a niche. Do you know all the best little sustainable clothing brands? That's a niche. Are you in the tech world and you know who the really solid freelance developers are? That is an amazing niche. The whole key is just to use what you already know and what you're already passionate about. Okay, now listen up, because this is probably the most important part of this whole thing. This entire business model is built on one thing and one thing only: trust. You break that, and the whole system just collapses. So there are a few rules that are totally non-negotiable. Rule number 1 is simple. Authenticity is everything. You can't, I repeat, cannot recommend someone just to get a fee. You have to truly, genuinely believe they are the best person for the job. Your reputation is literally on the line with every single recommendation, so you got to make them count. Okay, rule number 2, transparency. Now, this one might feel a little awkward at first, but trust me, it is absolutely critical. You have to let the person you're referring know that you might get a small fee if they decide to work together. Look, it's not shady, it's just professional. Being totally upfront about it gets rid of any weirdness and actually makes them trust you even more. And the last rule, number 3, play the long game. Your goal here isn't to make a quick buck, not at all. Your real goal is to become the trusted, go-to resource in your little world. That means you're building relationships, not just chasing transactions. The social capital you build up over time, it's worth way more than any single referral fee. So let's bring this all home and talk about what the real prize is here.
Because yeah, the referral fees are nice, but they aren't the real payoff.
You see, when you do this the right way, you're building something much bigger. You're building a personal brand. You're building a reputation as someone who is helpful, who's in the know, and who's trustworthy. And that kind of reputation, it's priceless. I mean, companies spend millions on ads trying to get what you can build organically, just one great connection at a time. So really, what this all boils down to is that being a great connector has nothing to do with being some slick salesperson. It's it's really the opposite. It's about having good taste, genuinely caring about helping people solve problems, and setting it up so that everybody wins. You win, the person looking for help wins, and the business they end up hiring wins. So I'm going to leave you with this one question. Think about your own life, your hobbies, your work, your expertise. The next time you hear someone say, "Man, I wish I knew someone who," I want you to remember that that's your cue. That's more than just a casual chat. It could be a real business opportunity. So, what invisible business are you sitting on right now?